Hello and welcome to another episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I am Dustin.
I am Zombie.
I'm Derry.
I'm Pumara.
All right, how we doing tonight?
Together with our forces combined, we are
Captain Planet.
Earth.
Actually, we're matching, so one more.
I didn't get the memo.
Nor did I.
It's okay.
I don't know. Dustin and I, we share this weird wavelength. Like, this is not the first time that this has happened. This was not on purpose.
Right.
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, dude, I was running out of time. I was waiting on shirts to dry, and I just reached into the dryer, and I'm like, this looks dry. Pulled it out, put it on. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
That
this
one was dry. Mine
dry.
wasn't.
So it's like, yeah, this is what I'm wearing, and I'm like, I'm good to go.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't do the dryer right apparently, so
Yeah, no. He put it on a 90-minute cycle.
it was pretty much all cottons. It makes
Mixed
sense.
load works.
Yes, I know it works, but it isn't technically. It was cottons. Anyway,
Your shirt's probably like something nylon or something.
maybe.
This is why my wife doesn't let me touch the dryer. Because
He does the laundry.
settings and
Well,
The
I do
washer
the laundry,
dryer
and
love him. They hate me. So
Yeah.
they're his girls.
yeah,
He has to whip them into shape.
yeah, frequently. Although I don't know how to add
Detergent.
detergent yet, so and it's getting low, so you have to show me how to do that.
Detergent's
Fill
you
it
like
up.
load it.
You can pour a whole bottle in it, and it just senses how much you need
Oh.
per load. So
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
fancy.
newfangled fancy dryer or
Yeah.
washer, whatever it is.
both of
Well, that's your problem. You're trying to load detergent into the dryer.
That could cause issues.
yeah.
I wonder why your
Put
shirt's blue.
something else in the dryer. I use it to clean up other things, but you know.
Dry.
Anywho, that's not this type of podcast.
I'm glad I found headphones.
Hey, I said nothing that was inappropriate entirely. It was all implied.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
He's gonna get in trouble.
what's in the box? Did anyone get anything?
No.
Liar, we did.
What?
Okay, so I'll start. We went to Free Comic Book Day
Oh.
last week, last Saturday, and so we got some free comics. That was fun. It was a fun time, and our goofy child only selected 2 comics that she wanted, and it's like, you can pick 5. Why did you not pick 3 more so that way we could have
The
more?
whole collection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't make sense. But I digress. Then that's it. That's all I can really think about. That's all I can say. Yeah. What about you, Zombie?
Okay, yeah, I did get some stuff to continue on with. Well, hey, before I do that, I'm kind of wearing one of the things that I got.
Yeah.
A little topic of discussion pre-show that we had.
Yeah.
So I ordered this shirt through the Baja Blast thing that they're doing. Baja.
Whatever.
Yeah, so I've been saving up my points. Like a few episodes ago, I talked about the Baja Blast with the codes on it and everything. I saved my points. I won a few points, and so I got the shirt. This one is now sold out. They only offered it in one size, which was kind of weird, but it was my size, so I'm like, yep, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh, it's got the yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
The Mountain Dew. Which finger am I using? This one. Here we go.
Blast.
Baja Blast. And it's really comfy. It's not my typical style that I would wear, but yeah, like if I'm going to the beach, like yeah, I'm gonna put this on. So
Breezy.
so that came in, and then as I was saying, to continue on from the last time I was on with the $6 find of the chrysanthemum figure for you, Dustin. I also
Yeah.
got this on sale, which I couldn't believe.
Ooh.
$11.
Nice.
All day long. Yeah. And so,
Wha-
yeah, first the guy couldn't find it. Like it wouldn't ring up. So he was like, all right, well, let me look it up. So he's looking. He's like, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. He rang it up. I saw it was like 1097 or something like that. I'm like, yep.
Where'd you get
Yeah.
that? Where was that?
What's that?
Where was that? Where did you find
That
it?
was Walmart.
I'm about to work there on Tuesday. If anybody needs
Oh, nice.
anything.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Oh, so the other thing that I got some reinforcements in.
Nice.
So this dude, he's really cool. Should have got more of this one, and I regret it. He's like the one that I only ordered one of for some reason. So,
Yeah.
and it's the Shadow Orc Grunt Legion builder for Mythic Legions.
That's a really cool one.
Yep. I definitely regret only getting one. And then I got this.
Oh, the centaur.
So yeah, so I got that one too.
Dude. That's so cool. I want one of the centaurs.
Don't you have one?
No,
This
I don't.
was a late pickup, and yeah, I don't know why I skipped him when he first came out. But yeah, I finally got him, and that's it for me.
All right. What about Derry? Did you get anything?
So I've been in a little bit of a dry spell when it comes to figures. I think everything I'm getting is on pre-order right now. So since I'm the book nerd of the group, probably the most, I actually started reading the series that The Expanse is based
Oh,
on.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I've read the first two books. So that was one of the series where I think I mentioned this before when I was talking about some of the sci-fi stuff early on. It's actually, a lot of critics say read the books and watch the show.
Right.
Most
Right.
people are like either books or show, but they said both offer different experiences, but they're both like good enough that you should read and watch. So
Yeah.
I'm through the first two books. It's really not what I expected going into it.
Yeah.
I expected it to be more. I'm trying to think how I would explain it. More just like space battles, big political games, which there's some of that in it.
Yeah.
But it's really space horror at its core.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And like, as I read it, I just got freaking hooked into it. And like I said, I finished the first two books. They're awesome. I've watched probably 4 or 5 episodes, which is for the most part in the first book. They introduced some characters that are in the second book right at the beginning, but it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
It doesn't give away much at the very beginning of the show for what happens down the road. So I was just like, thumbs up. I would encourage people pick it up, read it. It's not as space horror as like the old game Dead Space or anything, but there's some pretty jacked up stuff in it.
Right.
Cool.
But that's kind of what I've been focused on right now, other than watching the movies for this. I've got a bunch of figures on order that I'm waiting to get, and hopefully those will start rolling in soon.
Yeah, I'm waiting for mine any day.
Oh no! Does the ones you're getting, does it start with an S and a C?
No, actually. So I didn't even get in on the
Okay.
Kickstarter.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not naming that name.
Yeah, I don't want to be blacklisted. So,
Oh.
oh, never mind. I already am from that group. So,
Right?
Oh,
Right?
well, I mean, yeah, there you go.
I figured I would just let them come out like after the whole AWOC thing. I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna put my money in pre-order. My local toy store, he said he was getting them in some to stock when he got them, and he would just let me know, and I could come over and take a look at them. So
Yeah.
I'm not in on those ahead of time. Most of the stuff I'm waiting on is Amazing Yamaguchis. I've pre-ordered more of those of the My Hero stuff. I've got a couple other characters pre-ordered on those. I'm waiting on Super 7, the third edition of Papa Emeritus from the band Ghost. That's in my cart. I'd have to go back and look at it. There's a ton of shit in there that I'm just waiting on.
So are you.
Yeah. I'm waiting on the Thundercats.
Yep.
Yeah, when's that next series drop?
Any
It's
day.
supposed to be any day. I keep checking my email because it's like once it rolls over, I need to transfer money into the account to cover it. It's like
Well,
I
don't you have like personalized emails from that dude? Like, don't you have an in where he's like emailing you every day or something?
I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Our interview with Brian has actually been pushed back to probably somewhere in June at some point. So, yeah, I have no in that direction. I would talk to Edmund or whatever the other Thundercats big Thundercats guy. He seems to be like solid with that dude. So, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it's not for the lack of trying. It's
I always heard the best way to get solid with somebody is just kidnapping.
Oh,
I joke, guys.
Yeah, right.
I haven't
I'll
kidnapped
get the
anybody
white van.
yet.
Right.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Absolutely. That's definitely the important thing here. But I'm guessing, just to give you some background, I'm guessing you had to go dark for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Right.
So your eyes do not deceive you. It's
The
it is
electric
darker
went out.
here. Yeah, we're in the middle of termite season here. For most of the termites are swarming, so I got the notice. Lights out. So only the light from my computer screen will guide my way through this show.
Right.
There's someone behind you.
There's a lot of someone's behind me.
No, something's moving behind you.
It's probably the air from the fan.
It's my friend.
Oh, he followed you for the hospital. That's what happened.
Oh, goodness. So, do we have anything else? Okay, so I'm trying to get the 9 to 5 guys on here. Haven't been able to set up a time for that. But again, those toys are really cool. I'm telling you, they remind me so much of the old Food Fighters, and it's like office supplies stuff. And it's like there's a rubber band ball and a tape dispenser. It's just they're so fun and over the top. I think it's going to be fun to really sit down and talk with them at some point. I'm hoping to get them on soon, and then updates for other future shows. We have back-to-back Silverline is coming on the show next week and then the week after as well. So the 17th and the 24th. So you'll have that to look forward to. It'll be after this show. But yes, it'll be fun times all around. All right. Do we want to move on to the movies? Does anyone else have anything to add? All right. Which movie do you guys want to start with?
65.
Yeah, let's start with 65.
All right.
So I gotta admit, this was not the movie that I thought y'all were talking about last week. I was thinking there's another number that's another movie that's another number, like it's just a number. that's what I thought y'all were. And I couldn't remember what that was. And then I looked up 65. I'm like, well, I have seen this.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it yet. So
Yeah, me either.
I went in tabula rasa on this one.
So thoughts. Give me your thoughts. What did you guys think? Start with zombie first.
Oh, thrown under the bus.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so second time watching it, I did pick up on things that I either wasn't paying attention the first time or just missed or whatever. So I thought this was like a time travel thing where something happened and he went through some little wormhole or whatever and he ended up in the past. And that wasn't the case.
Mm-hmm.
It was no, he's from another planet. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, okay, I did miss that somehow. I don't know. It's dinosaurs and laser guns. I mean, there's like 4 people of the whole cast to this movie. There's the main character, his wife, his daughter, and the girl that survives the crash with him. And that's it.
The rest are dinosaurs.
Who didn't speak the
Yeah.
same language either.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So,
and what's really weird. Okay, well, I suppose that's not that weird. I just realized that we do speak multiple different languages on Earth, so never mind. Disregard that. I was just gonna say it's weird that they don't speak the same language because she was from just a higher elevation compared to what he was, and then she's like, "Oh wait,
7
We all-
continents.
have that here."
Well, hell, I mean, we got states that speak different
Yeah.
languages.
Right?
yeah.
You know, you got Kentucky and West Virginia versus Louisiana,
Yeah, this is true. Their accents.
Indiana,
are-
Ohio. Like, people inside our country can't understand each other.
Yeah.
Look, let's back up a little bit. Let's go back to Louisiana. There's people in the town next to us I can't understand. The dialect is so thick. Like you've seen the movie, what was it, Waterboy with the coach? There's people that are here just like that. It's not an exaggeration. And you're like, what?
What did you say?
I didn't get any of that.
Well, in South Carolina, you have the regular Southern accent, but then you also have Geechee. You have to learn
What?
a different language called Geechee,
Why?
spoken by the African Americans. It's from
So is
there.
that like? All right,
Never
forgive
even heard
me
of
because
that.
this is just new to me. Is that like jive or whatever they refer to it in like airplane?
I don't know. It's just called Geechee, and they speak it, and you have to understand it.
Okay.
So, hey,
Mm.
same town, 2 different languages.
This is
This is
overwhelming.
kind of going off in an idiocracy tangent here. Have you ever seen that movie? Idiocracy?
Yeah, ow my balls. Yes,
Yes.
and Crocs. Speaking of which, they all wear Crocs.
With
That is their
socks?
shoe.
With
That is
socks.
their shoe of preference in the future. An idiocracy.
Smart
So
people.
funny thing about those Crocs is when they were making that movie, they were just looking for stupid looking shoes.
Right.
And this was before nobody knew what
Nobody.
Crocs
They hadn't
were.
released them yet.
They're like,
Oh,
you mean
no.
like the animal? You know, and they're like, no, we found these really ugly shoes, but they were kind of comfortable. And this is coming from some interview or something that I saw.
Yeah.
And then I'll be damned, the movie comes out, you know, and then Crocs
That's
are
nice.
out, and now everybody's wearing them, and we're heading that direction.
Yeah. We really are. And it is stupid. Like okay, so we're watching America's Funniest Home Videos, which is so stupid. Like half the time it's just people getting hurt or doing dumb stuff, like
Mhm.
being an idiot. Like I can't tell you how many times it was like dad gets hit in the balls with
A
this
bat.
or a baseball or something, and it's just like backfires, and it's just like, oh, this is definitely feels like ow my balls right there. It's
Yeah,
just
the show.
all
Yep.
it's like we're doomed.
Yeah.
We're doomed. And between that and a Wally, where they're all like in those reclining
Oh.
wheelchairs and just zooming around the place. It's just like, oh shit, we're doomed.
Okay, back to 65.
Right.
So laser guns and dinosaurs. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so you're in for that. You're in for that. How in your opinion, what was the how was the dinosaur aspect? Was it authentic enough for you?
Oh,
Or was it just like,
they
this is
definitely
bullshit?
I think they definitely took some liberties. I mean, but who's to say that some of those creatures didn't really exist, because we only know, from what we have found that was preserved,
Mm-hmm.
fossilized. What happened? Think about the things that never were fossilized or haven't been uncovered yet that could exist.
Right.
It's so. I mean, I think animation wise, the quality of it, I think they did a pretty good job with it. I've definitely seen a lot worse. I will always
yeah.
say that.
Yeah, like most Marvel movies.
Yeah. But yeah, especially the Rotisserie Rex, the one where they shot his eye out, and then by the end of the movie, he's like, "It's dinner time, let's go." Yeah, that one caught me off guard, because you're expecting this big bad T-Rex or whatever, and he's got like long arms. I'm going, no, that's no T-Rex.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know what they ever called them. I never dug that far into this movie to figure out, because like even in the Kong movie that they did, where they had the T-Rex looking dinosaurs, they called them something else. They're like V-Rex or something. So
Yeah.
they didn't say, Tyrannosaurus Rex or whatever. So I never found out if they gave this one a name, which was why I was like, oh, it's a Rotisserie Rex. Yeah, all right.
All right, let's go around the circle. What's next? What do you have to say about it, Derry?
So this is one of those movies that I think, again, it's a past the time kind of movie. Like, hey, there's not really a whole lot better out there I want to see, so I'll just check this movie out. I mean, it was pretty formulaic, like throughout. Like, there was nothing off the beaten path, no like serious twists. I mean, it was. I think they tried to twist it with the daughter actually being dead at one point. And then at the end, obviously, he was going to make the sacrifice of himself. And then that twist happens to where he doesn't end up having to. But at the very beginning, when they crash land, I thought it was kind of a cool scene when he gets off the ship the first time. He's like in a swamp like Dagobah.
Yeah.
Right.
But then it's like they mashed up the trash compactor scene as well, because the thing would float through the water and like takes the body under and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this like is a mashup of Star Wars vibes. Once the dinosaurs showed up, we lost that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have Kylo Ren, who is obviously Ben Solo,
character.
whatever you want to call him, in the sequel trilogy. But also we have what was her name? Whatever Greenblatt.
Ariana
Greenblatt, who
Yep.
was the
Ahsoka.
young Ahsoka. So it's like they were reunited.
Yeah.
In a way.
That's cool.
Well, so I got a very Logan feel out of the relationship, because obviously in Logan, like, he doesn't understand X-23
right.
first. She's doesn't speak good. Like, it's this older guy, like, basically dragging this kid along who's not very cooperative at the beginning, and then they grow to love each other. Like,
Father
I got
daughter.
a very Logan vibe from the storyline. But I mean, overall, it wasn't a bad movie. Like, I mean, it wasn't The Bricklayer. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, it's not something that is up there for me. And I really like Adam Driver as an actor. It's not just because he's from Northern Indiana.
Oh.
I
Sure.
like his acting. Yeah, he's from like South Bend, Indiana, or some Mishawaka or something.
Yeah.
One of those weird towns. But yeah, I mean, I've liked a lot of stuff that he's been in. Very unique actor. I mean, if just the look of him and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like this was kind of a, hey, I'm going to do this movie while I'm waiting for like between
next Star
movies.
Wars.
Like, this is the film one for him. So, I mean, I don't think I could read that script and be like, this is the movie for me. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
But still, not like I enjoyed watching it. Like it wasn't boring. I mean, it's like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Meets,
Star Wars.
yeah. Ish.
Essentially.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
There is one trope that I'm glad they didn't try to like shoehorn into the movie, which is very typical for this type of movie where it's got people versus dinosaurs in a prehistoric past situation. Is, oh, by the way, there are humans here. Let's just, here, they're going to help you. And they're going to swoop in the last minute when you're in the trouble and save you. And, they're primitive people and like fur bikinis with spears or whatever, I'm glad that wasn't in this, because it's like that would have, I'd been like, nah, I gotta turn this off.
Yeah, you turn it off and go watch the 7 Tremors movies.
I've done that a couple of times. There's only a handful of movies that I couldn't take it. I just couldn't take it, and I had to add a new one to the list since like a week, 2 weeks ago, or whatever. I had mentioned that I was going to watch the Pacific Rim, which I did, and then on Tubi, if you search Pacific Rim, it also comes up with Atlantic Rim, which is obviously a knockoff of Pacific Rim or whatever. It's horrible. It's so bad. I tried to stick it out. Like the mechs look like the NFL robot player, first of all. So, and then like in like the big climactic final battle of the movie or whatever, they're fighting around New York, and you see the Statue of Liberty, and they're fighting around it and everything, and then they take like the big creature and throw it against the Statue of Liberty, and it crumbles like stone. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not what that's made of. It's not stone. It's fucking copper. I shut it off. I'm like, that did it for me. That's it. It was the rock Statue of Liberty. I'm like, nope, that's it. That's not, nope. And I turned it off.
I thought when you started talking that you're going to say Pacific Rim was the movie that you would never watch again, and I was about ready to come over there and rock bottom your ass. Termites or not, I was going to rock bottom you through your fucking floor.
No. I like Pacific Rim. I dig that one. Don't waste your time with Atlantic Rim though. It's terrible. And there's a second one, at least one more. They've got maybe 3, but I definitely for sure saw.
It's like Sharknado.
That's a waste of money.
The second one, and I'm going, how did the second one get made? Whatever.
It goes on the rack in a grocery store. Like, here's the dollar bin rack of movies, or in a box at Menards or something.
No, it goes up for free on Tubi.
So don't even pay for it.
Tubi buys it for like $100, and they can just show it for free.
Right.
It's a tax write-off for a studio, I'm sure.
Any movie that doesn't get a wide enough appeal or a big enough appeal, they're just like, it's a tax write-off for anyone who just wants to show it. Just please.
That's probably why some movies get made. Is we'll just throw spaghetti at the wall, and the ones that don't stick, like if we lose money on them, I mean, as a business, that's a tax write-off. Like you made 0 money off that. So yeah. Wow.
That's a weird way to look at it, but probably accurate in some way.
Yeah.
What about you, Palmyra? What did you think?
I like the way it ended. The Big Bang.
Yeah.
I think it was the Big Bang.
Well, it wasn't the Big Bang.
Yes,
but...
it was. Had to have been. What else could it have been?
No, that was supposed to be the asteroid that
Right,
caused
that-
the mass extinction of the dinosaurs.
Right.
Yeah, that's the Big Bang.
No,
No, that's not
That's
the
not the
Big
Big
Bang.
Bang.
Oh,
The
Big Bang is
the theoretical birth of our universe.
right.
oh. Whoops. That's the asteroid.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that
that
just
pissed me off at the end. Where
Why?
after it shows the asteroid hit, at the very end it pans back and like trees are on fire and plants are like partially on fire. That shit would have just consumed everything.
Right.
That
Yeah.
black. Like, I was just like, I don't think this is how that went, guys.
It was in slow motion.
Things in that impact area specifically would have just been atomized.
Right.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was a little upset by the ending too, because I didn't feel like we got a good resolution for
What happened to
Adam
them?
Driver's character.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
this was definitely not a happy ending movie.
Mm-mm.
It ended well enough with them, escaping the
Yeah.
extinction event, but there was no like, yeah, they got off planet. We don't even know if they got recovered by the rescue
Right.
ship.
Yeah, they didn't do anything like that, and it's like it would have been nice to see like, okay, they got recovered by the rescue ship. They got picked up. They're on their way back to their home planet or his home planet to hopefully do something with their lives. I just didn't feel like it was a good enough resolution. Like he didn't get to see his daughter's grave. He didn't. I know he wasn't there because that was like a recording that was sent
Mhm.
while he was in stasis, and he like woke up to that, and he was processing all that at the beginning. That's why he had the gun there. He was just gonna kill himself and just say, "Don't come back and recover. Or I'll just kill myself." No crew survived. Nothing survived. But then he found his purpose, which was that girl.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, gotta help you get off the planet. I gotta do my job for you. So that gave him motivation. But yeah, I think it would have been. I thought it was a shortcut. Like it was just like, all right, this is probably good. We should end here. Whereas if they had just pushed it a little bit longer, I don't know. I think they could have come up with something.
Something.
You could have wrapped it up in 5 minutes and create closure, but instead it's like they just she grabs his hand in the escape pod and it just cuts right to the credits.
Right. Yeah, I was sitting there waiting. I was like, I even fast forwarded to see if it's like maybe there's like a post ending scene. Like, no, nothing. It just was like black. Okay. It seemed a little weird. I mean, because even if like it showed them like being recovered and then, him like, and it sort of like time jumps, like skips a bunch of time to show like passage of time. And here's the thing, it could have been wrapped up neat, clean, and had some sort of satisfying resolution. I get that it was just very much like, hey, you should be glad you escaped the planet, let alone survived anything. But I don't know, like, what does he have to go off of now? Like, what's his point in existing? His daughter's dead. Is he gonna?
His wife?
Yeah, his wife is probably dead or ran off. Something. Who knows?
Well, I feel like the girl is supposed to take the place of his daughter.
Well, yeah, right. And it's like, okay, well, are they gonna somehow have a happy ending in that aspect? But it's like, I don't know, I felt like they should have pushed it a little bit more to help resolve that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
There's a number 2.
Is poop?
No, there's going to be a number 2.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there is. There's going to be a second movie. Didn't you read about it?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
66. You heard it here first.
Maybe they'll crash
66 million years ago.
gas giant.
Yeah,
or something.
maybe they'll pick them up, and then that ship will crash too.
In the Ice Age this time.
If it's 66 though, then it's technically a prequel because it was
Right.
65 million years ago. That'd be
Okay.
66 million.
You got it. That's
Yeah. So it's going to be a prequel. So what other big event can we come up with on Earth
There's really nothing.
a million years before?
Well, I mean, that's not the only mass extinction event that's happened to this planet.
no.
So there's been, I think, 5 or 6 that we know of.
What?
So
That we think happened.
right.
Yeah.
Let's not say we know, that we think happened. All theory. We may not know our ass from a hole in the ground, honestly.
Yeah, that's probably true. And we probably don't, but all right, so on to Damsel.
Favorite movie ever.
All right. April chimes in, favorite movie ever. What
Jeez, everything about it.
what specifically did you like?
Well, the fact that she fought for herself and was able to escape and befriend the dragon at the end.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was pretty cool.
That was pretty awesome. Instead of killing the dragon, she actually helped.
Yeah. I
Told her the
I
truth.
did feel like that would have been a stereotypical ending, like a big showdown with the heroine and the dragon has to fight. No, they didn't do that. They resolved it in a different way, which...
And she got her eye back and her wing back. Those things healed up.
Yes, right. Yeah.
It's glowing worms. I need some of those.
Seriously.
We came up with a very specific name for those worms.
What was it?
The jizz worms.
Listen, you're not wrong.
So
It did look like splatters of jizz on the roof. So it's just
and they were gooey, and yeah, we were having some fun with that while we were watching it. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
What about you? What did you guys think?
So right out of the gate, I had a problem.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, all right, okay. So we're introduced to these people that live in the north. It's a northern kingdom and all that. It's like, yeah, okay, well, you know, they're scrounging to survive, and they're talking about, you know, we may not have enough food stores to last until the fall and all this. And I'm like, bullshit. Bullshit. You don't live somewhere like that and not prepare, okay? These people, we're supposed to believe that they're helpless, and then, you know, here comes this other kingdom sending an envoy, and it's like, oh yeah, here we'll save you. Yeah, we just have to arrange a marriage, you know, we'll give you whatever you need to make it. Like, people up north, they don't just live day to day, they plan ahead. Okay. You find a way to plant some crops and use every single day that you get to grow your food and whatever else it is that you need, to where you're not worried about making it till the thaw. Okay.
Hey,
That was my first problem.
Don't understand that.
What if it was like
People in California don't understand that, bro.
Oh yeah, of course not. Sunny California. What the fuck do they know?
Well, I mean,
What
what
if the
do I
winter's
know?
longer than
We
3
don't
months?
plant anything.
Yeah, but you can go to a grocery store. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, if you are living off of the land, okay? If you get what you need from the area around you, and you have to work for it in order to grow it, raise it, slaughter it, store it, whatever you got to do. Anyway, that was the first big problem for me. And I'm like, we're into the movie. We're into the movie now, and she's getting hitched, and I'm still like, I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it.
It was gorgeous.
The new kingdom.
The new
you mean?
kingdom, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's too good to be true. Of course.
Right. That's what I was thinking the entire time.
You know, and
I
my
thought
kids,
it was legit.
My kids
they
are like,
started overlaying with symbolism, like right away, like the shadow of
The dragons.
across, like
right.
the dragons as they went in. I was just like,
yeah, and my daughters kept going, what is this about? What are we watching? What are we? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you, because if I tell you, then I'll ruin it for you, you know? So I'm like, no, trust me. They're like, oh, wow, look at this. You know, oh, it's so sweet. The princess is marrying a prince. And I'm going, it's not going to stay that way.
Oh,
You
and
just
like,
don't know.
Yeah, and that's the first thing that I said too. I think I said something to Pumara about it. I was just like, yeah, until it's all good until they throw her into the dragon, and
Then the
just
piece,
like,
yeah, that was like 10 minutes into the movie too.
yeah,
Thanks.
just like, yeah, okay, just wait
He's
for
like, I
that.
have to carry you back.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops.
Whoops.
I was like, what the hell? Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and like
Right.
toss you down. I don't know. It was brutal, but yeah.
No. The second problem I had, I'm not done yet. The second
me
problem
guess.
I had. Okay,
Let me
so
guess.
okay, let me hear what your guess is.
The dragon talking.
Nope.
What?
Nope. I'm okay with that. I'm okay
What?
with that. And I think the voice actress that they got for her was perfect. I'm like, oh, I know who that is. I just don't remember her name. Like I can see her face. I'm going, that's perfect.
Yeah.
No, okay, so in the Dragon's Agreement, you know, we're led to believe one thing in the beginning, to where the king and his knights go to slay this dragon to protect their kingdom and all this other stuff,
Right.
you know. But you see the dragon corner the king; he's the last one left. She's killed all of his knights and everything, and so you know you're like, okay, well, obviously the king survives because that kingdom is thriving. A deal was struck that they have to sacrifice 3 maidens of royal blood to the dragon every generation in order for the dragon not to kill them all.
Yeah.
The whole kingdom, wipe them out, you know. So we're just led to believe, okay, that's just how it is, okay. But as the story progresses, we find out, no, the king and them went to kill. There's 3 eggs, dragon eggs, and they killed her babies, and she went on a rampage, and of course killed everybody except for the king, and said, you're going to know my pain. So the agreement was, 3 of your daughters, so that you will know the pain of my loss. So that was how it was supposed to be, but they found a loophole. They did it through marriage, and they sliced their hands open to mix the blood, which that's not how that works in reality.
Right.
Anyway, that was the second problem I had. I'm like, yeah, there's not enough blood transfer there. That's
right. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, even if
He's been
they
watching
did
too much
that,
Dateline.
True crime.
even if they did that, here's my problem. Why didn't she smell that there wasn't nobility in her father? Because she said, like, oh, wow, this is your father.
That's
That
my
was number
third
3.
problem. That's problem number 3. When her father shows up to rescue her, and he tells the dragon, I'm here for my daughter. The dragon even says, your daughter.
Right.
He could instantly smell that the daughter now had that royal family's blood in her. So it's not that that other king wasn't of noble family. Their family did no wrong to her. So she could smell the different blood types.
Right.
So when he said, I'm here for my daughter, that should have clicked in the dragon's head.
Right.
What do you mean your daughter? The only one here is Elodie, and she's of this other family. I can smell it. Right then and there, it could have been resolved, but they just stirred it.
They kept going.
No, wait a minute. You hit a key information point here, and we're just glossing over it. That was the third problem I had. Other than that, I'm fine with everything else. All the storytelling, all the rat and the maze and the cat and the mouse game and all that. I'm okay with all that. It's those loopholes that they just kind of, no, we're going to go around that. Yeah, okay, let's keep going with the story.
Yeah. I
loved
So,
it.
unfortunately, I think this movie, what we're used to out of movies, like the levels down that you have to think and all that, like we're trying to peel this movie down layer upon layer, and this is like young adult, like novel to me. So like I'm very rarely satisfied when I read a YA novel at this point, because they leave out so much world building, backstory. Usually they are just a point and shoot. It's point A to point B, like to get to the end. And that's what this movie felt like to me. I mean, I totally agree with Zombie's first point of, my God, like we're just dropped into this thing and expect to just believe certain assumptions.
Yeah.
To me, that's why it's targeted at probably an early teens to late single digits kind of child. Because I think boy or girl would actually enjoy it. Like, I think
I definitely ruined this for my girls because I was saying what I just said. I'm like, that's not how that works, you know. And and then they're agreeing with me. So I think from now on, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut if we're watching something and just let them enjoy it, because I think I really did ruin it for them. Because I agree with you. I think this was really their type of movie, and I didn't.
We're not the target audience, so
I didn't let it be their movie. So
this group here, at least 3 of us aren't the target audience. Like, my wife enjoyed it. Like, but she's not huge. Like, she barely dabbles in fantasy in some of the books that she reads. So it's a lot more believable to her because, like, she hasn't read Lord of the Rings and The Wheel of Time and all these epic series where I want, like, all these layers of stuff going on, backstory upon backstory and all that, and things I have, like, points I have to connect.
Right.
Where this movie, it even failed at times to connect certain points, like you were saying, but, like, it's so obvious at points. So I'm sitting there like, I can guess everything that's going to happen in this movie for the most part. Maybe not so much the ending where, like, she ends up taking the dragon. Like, I was kind of the mindset, like, the typical trope of there's going to be a final battle, dragon's going to die, so this process never has to go on anymore.
Right.
But I think for the target audience, it's something that a kid would latch onto and watch.
Heck yeah.
Over and over and over. It's like Never Ending Story was, like, when we were kids. And The Wizard of Oz 2.
Oh.
The one where they go upside down, the pumpkin's head falls off. That movie is so terrible.
I don't think
I've seen it.
Heard it. I never heard
Yeah,
it.
you've never heard of the second Wizard of Oz?
No.
Oh yeah. There's no way. Like, I haven't smoked crack in a couple weeks. So I'm clear on this. There is a Wizard of Oz 2, and they're, like, flying in something, and they turn upside down, and there's this pumpkin-headed dude, and his head falls off. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, but yeah, like, it's like, it could be like this generation's Never-Ending Story or something.
Return to Oz, 1985.
Boom.
Whatever.
There it is.
And here's the thing, it has a pumpkin right directly on it.
Mm-hmm.
I will share my screen. Present. Share screen.
Can we stream that somewhere?
I don't know. We'll
Better
find
be
out.
on Tubi. We're watching.
Tubi, Hoopla.
Return to Oz.
That's it.
Huh.
Interesting.
Please show this part. Oh my God, I would love
This
it.
summer, Walt Disney Pictures presents a motion picture fantasy adventure beyond your fondest imagination. You'll be transported miraculously back to the enchanted land of Oz, that magical kingdom beloved by young and old for generations.
It's just a yellow bird.
Chicken.
No, Belina, you don't understand. This was the yellow brick road.
You'll share with Dorothy Gale the shock of finding everything mysteriously changed.
What's happened to everybody?
And you'll delight with her discovery of 4 wonderful new friends who band together against a wicked queen and the dreaded Gnome King.
Oh my.
This is the Oz you haven't seen before, and this is the Oz you'll want to visit again and again. From Walt Disney Pictures comes a whole new world of entertainment.
Why don't we just fly back to Kansas?
Return to Oz.
I like how
How
it says
freaking wild.
Dorothy saved from a psychiatric experiment by a mysterious girl. So Dorothy returns, and they just lock her up in the mental hospital. Apparently,
Makes sense.
So it's streaming on Disney Plus.
Whatever.
What? There you go.
there we go. Return to
Well,
Oz.
Sounds like you've got a movie for next week.
You have
All
to
right,
watch
so
it.
No,
One.
okay,
I don't
so
know.
wait,
So, I-
so Damsel, I enjoyed it. I did. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I didn't like the movie. It was just there's rarely ever any movies where I don't find fault. So don't take my criticism as harsh as it sounded. I did enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, like you said, I can usually find faults in just about anything, but at the same time, sometimes you just have to sit back and enjoy it for what it is, and just be like, all right, yeah, that's you put in time and effort. That was all right. Like I said, I thought the twist where, I call it a twist, but I thought the twist of where she actually like befriended the dragon was kind of interesting. Like you said, it's felt very never-ending story type vibe there, but I don't know. I'm guessing she befriended because I mean they're flying and she's riding in a boat and she's like, okay, they're on an adventure because she wants to explore the world, and that dragon's been cooped up. So who knows?
She destroyed the whole kingdom, so I'd say that would be because of a friendship.
yeah.
The only thing we were missing was her riding on the dragon.
Yes, I
and
was
then having
hoping
the
that would
never-ending
happen.
story theme play, and her going.
So I mean, for the target audience, I think it's a good movie. Not something I would ever dabble in again.
Yeah, I mean,
if you have young kids, it's definitely a movie that I do think they would
Yeah.
enjoy. I do agree.
I like a lot of stuff that Millie Bobby Brown's in. I mean, I'll tell you, probably one of my favorite Netflix movies, well, actually two of them, is the Enola Holmes movies.
oh really?
Are they
I
good?
enjoyed both Enola Holmes movies immensely.
My girls like that too. Yeah.
Mhm. Like
I haven't seen those
it's
yet.
made for like younger kids, probably teenagers ish, but also like they did a really good job to make like adults things in it for adults. Because obviously in the movie she's like a young adult whatever detective, kind of competing with her brother Sherlock, which is Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And then Sam Coughlin plays Mycroft. And there's just a really cool dynamic between her and her brother and Mycroft, and yeah, those are actually really good. And I thought they were going to be toilet water before it came out. So
Yeah, that's probably the reason why I never got around to watching them, because it's just like okay, yeah, sure, Henry Cavill is Sherlock Holmes, but how much is he in it really? Is there focused more on this kid? And it's just like, I don't want to watch a movie about this kid who's looking up to someone I look up to, because Henry Cavill's awesome. But anyway,
he's in it fairly significantly. I mean, obviously I've seen the second one more recently, but yeah, I mean, it's not a small part for him. I mean, obviously they got Henry Cavill in it, so they could. I mean, it isn't going to be a 2-minute part. It's not Argyle.
I was just about to bring that up, because Argyle, I was hardly in it.
They sold a bunch of thirsty moms on, hey, Henry Cavill's going to be the main star of this movie, and then you get there and he's in 15 minutes of it or
Yeah,
something.
maybe.
Which I'm a Sam Rockwell fan, so I love Sam Rockwell, so it didn't bother me that much that Henry Cavill did it as much, because
and that and his stupid freaking haircut that they had him in, it was just so ridiculous, and it was just like,
it's an over the top book character, so it kind of makes
which felt very much like Last Action Hero. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like, all right, well, it is what it is. But
yeah.
I don't know. So that's our summary of Damsel, 65, and Argyle.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, we got a little taste of Argyle in there, and Enola Holmes.
Sprinkle of Henry Cavill. But yeah, so what do we want to watch for next week?
Not
We watch
Wizard of
that
Oz.
Wizard of Oz thing, or
It's not Wizard of Oz, it's Return to Oz, so yes.
Return to Oz. You want to watch that?
I mean, I'm always down to watch it. But that's up to you guys. You better tread lightly here, Dustin.
Uh-oh. So
If you make her watch Return to Oz, you might be.
I'm not making a suggestion because I've got another side quest I got to be on. So
Okay.
Yeah, I won't be here either.
Well, dude, if it's just Dustin and I think we got to watch Return to Oz.
All right. Well, then I'm going to equally up the ante.
Oh, a nap.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take a lovely nap.
All right, hang on. I got to look up what this movie is.
Barbed wire.
No, goodness, no.
Rubber.
I
A
own it.
tire.
No.
A tire rolling around the city.
I own Return to Oz, actually.
No, you don't.
I bought it on every medium.
I'm a fan.
All right.
Yeah.
It's called Star Crash.
Autographed movie poster. What's that?
It's called Star Crash.
Whatever. Oh no. It
Star
probably has
Crash.
puppets. Sounds like it has puppets.
Nope.
never even heard of this.
Nope.
I don't even know if it's available to watch anywhere, so we're going to find that out here together. Present, share screen, and dun-dun. It's a Star Wars ripoff, sci-fi fantasy. And I'm telling you, it looked like Kurt sent this to me and was just like, hey, hey, look, it's on Tubi. For free.
I don't have to drive to the falls.
33% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4 out of 10 on IMDb. Interesting. But yeah, so Kurt sent this to me and was just like, and I said, what the heck is this? And I was like, it says Star Crash 1978 Star Wars ripoff. And it was like a short little trailer. And I'm like, looks like a Star Wars porn. Because I've seen Star Wars. Well, okay, I that's probably an insult to Star Wars porn because I've seen better quality Star Wars than that. But I mean, like, there's all these weird creatures and lightsaber things.
Yeah.
Scantily clad.
Oh.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he does sort of look like Kylo Ren.
That looks exactly like Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
It does. That's probably where they got the inspiration.
You're not wrong. It does look like it.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
This is going to be amazing. This
No.
and Return to Oz. Oh man. I might stay up tonight and watch both.
So you said Return to Oz is available on where?
Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus.
It is a Disney movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what they said.
If I can type, Jesus. Oz. Oh my gosh. Disney Plus. Holy crap.
I told you.
I wanted to see for sure, but anyway.
He was like, fingers crossed, no.
Would I
Disney
lie to
Studio
you?
presents.
Oh,
This is going to be a wild one. Between Star
I'm
Crash.
almost sad I'm gonna miss this one.
well, that just means you need to watch them still, and that way you can pop in and chime in.
still gonna watch them, but I'm not even gonna be able to participate in the comments next
Bummer.
week. So yeah, I'm gonna be pretty occupied.
Yeah, that happens.
It's for the kids.
Yeah.
I gotta be there for them.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, you got them. Better do it. So, yes, Star Crash and Return to Oz.
I'm so stoked.
Whatever.
This is going to be amazing.
No, it's not.
Even though you're not going to be here, Dustin, make sure she watches both.
Try to stay awake. I'll try. There's no
You can write down some notes for us.
I mean, you could watch Return to Oz with the kids.
Yeah.
They'll be bored. Nope.
Oh, it's not like the original.
No, they like the original.
It's going to be
it's got
them.
Look, it's got a talking chicken in it. All right, I'm all in already.
Right.
Once I saw that chicken and then it started talking, I'm like, "Yep, I'm watching this."
Why can't we go back to Kansas?
My kids and I, we are going to be watching this movie.
Oh,
I can't believe you guys never saw it or never heard about it.
I've
get
never
to the video store like front and
I've
center.
never heard of either of these movies.
Right.
Wait. I was born in '85, so video stores probably didn't have it on the shelf whenever
I was born in '83. Come on.
How long has this movie been locked up in the Disney vault is what I want to know. Like, that's going to be my mission. I'm going to find out when did they lock this movie away that I never heard of it? Because I'm an 80s kid.
Blockbuster went out of business.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen The Wizard of Oz.
I can't tell you because I think I've only seen it maybe once or twice.
Oh no,
we do this one, and then the following week we do The Wiz.
Oh no! What are you thinking?
You're talking The Wiz with
Queen Latifah?
No. Didn't it have
or was that
it's the black version of Wizard of Oz.
Queen Latifah.
Was she in it?
I don't know.
No.
1978. Oh geez. Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Jeez, don't be ridiculous. Has Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow?
Yeah.
Sweet, let's do it. Michael Jackson.
Richard Pryor is Wizard of Oz?
She's all in already. Look.
Michael Jackson, yeah, I gotta watch it. I'll watch it.
We're gonna go on a trip.
Thank you.
On a big rocket ship.
Mabel King is the Wicked Witch. Oh. Diana Ross is Dorothy Gale.
It's definitely a happening movie, I'll tell you that.
I thought you were talking about the
recent one.
Well, I think it was more recent.
Mm-hmm.
It had the dude what was in Spider-Man.
What?
Well, there's been multiple Spider-Men.
Yeah, which Peter Parker?
Toby.
It was had like he was the Hobgoblin. Yeah. I forget.
What?
Dustin. Yeah.
Which branch of the multiverse have you been on?
We're gonna need.
It was in Spider-Man 3.
Dane DeHaan. He was the Hobgoblin.
Oh, let's see.
Are y'all talking? Do you mean Green Goblin?
No, or is it?
Well, it was essentially the Green Goblin's armory that his son.
Oh,
raided.
He's Green Goblin too.
Right, but I thought he was more like a Hobgoblin type thing. I thought that was his
Dane DeHaan,
mantle.
I think's that actor's name.
Why
Or
can't
I
I
could be
think of?
totally wrong.
Okay, so let's just do this. We'll do Spider-Man 3 cast.
Well,
Okay,
that's why
so
bring up the Toby Spider-Man 3.
oh, James Franco. It was James Franco, and he was movies. He was in some. He was in a movie that had to do with Oz. That's the one I thought you were talking about.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking. Oh,
Wasn't it about like the creation?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I know what you're talking about now.
I still don't.
yeah, because it had. What's her name? She was the. She turns into the Wicked Witch of the West in this movie, I think.
Oz, the Great and Powerful.
Yes, yes. I remember that.
Oh, see, there's another one. So we do.
Ooh,
There's
Turn
2
it on.
weeks.
look! I just. Oh, okay. I'll wait.
Yeah, so this is the one I thought you were talking about.
No.
The Great and Powerful Oz.
Yep. Return to Oz.
No. See, so okay.
And
So
then
wait,
this-
wait. You would have to like go chronological order though. You'd have to watch this one, then Wizard of Oz, then Return to Oz, then you could do The Wiz.
All right.
I'm not worried about chronology here.
Yeah. See, I'm
Everybody-
not invested in this world.
We can just assume people have knowledge of Wizard of Oz, and if they don't, then what happened during their childhood and who hurt them?
Right.
Yeah.
I just opened Google and saw this. Oh, it's gonna.
Oh, Green Goblin.
The Guyver.
Oh, the Guyver.
4K release coming from. Oh, it's disappeared. No,
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
4K release coming from Unearthed Films. So
Nice.
I'm excited about that.
Heck yeah, dude. That was a good movie. Good like series. What was it? It was a movie. I don't know.
Oh, you just like it because it had Mark Hamill in it.
No, I didn't even know it had Mark Hamill in it.
Yeah, he was
What?
the detective. He was the detective in the first one.
Huh.
Seriously.
I don't know. It's been a long day. I guess I'll just say that.
Well, we got to the point where we figured out the James Franco movie.
Yeah.
So
It took a minute.
Star Crash and Return to Oz on Disney Plus.
No.
I'm so stoked.
Come
don't
on,
know why.
Myra, do
I
it for the
haven't seen it since I was a little kid, but my cousin, every time we were at their house, she wanted to watch that damn movie.
Never even heard of it.
Freaking love it. Let's do this.
All right, so we have our assignments. The only other thing I have to say is we've been rewatching
Wheel of
Rings
Time.
of
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time, and that has been what we've been doing in our evenings. So we've been rewatching Wheel of Time, which has been fun, and I want to go back and read the book. But
This is the only Wheel of Time that exists right here. Show?
What? You don't like the show?
No.
You really?
Oh, it strays so hard right from the beginning. They did the Trollocs really good. The Trollocs are exactly what I picture in my mind.
Yeah.
I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it.
Really?
I don't know. I found it interesting. Are those the books behind you?
Yeah, I even have the Russian version of the first book. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. I need to revisit those because I started reading the first one, but I had to return it before I was finished. So I need to go back and reread it.
Yeah, the Eye of the World's one of my favorite books in the series, the first one. So for people who don't know, this is the series where the original writer wrote it was either 10 or 11 books. On his deathbed, leaves a whole bunch of recording and notes about how the series needs to finish. And then they brought in Brandon Sanderson to finish the last 3 books, which all 3 are great. The last book is literally 1,000-page book of one battle.
Holy crap!
It's one battle, the entire book. But the reason, so the Wheel of Time, when he finished those, was the reason that I got into the Stormlight Archive. So that's kind of Brandon's hit. Well, Mistborn was kind of his first big series of books.
Yeah.
And then he started the Stormlight Archive because he's like real big into building magic systems and that stuff. And he's very detailed on how the magic works. And he's really good at world building. So, I mean, that got me in the Stormlight Archive. And actually, I need to talk to Zombie about sending him. Remember when I brought those statues of the like 2 guys fighting in the clouds? That's from that Stormlight Archive series.
Oh,
so
Cool.
But yeah, Wheel of Time books. There's some in the middle that get kind of boring because there's so many storylines going on and you're not making much progress. But I mean, the first 6 books are great. Probably the last 5 books are really good. There's like 3 in the middle where it got a little tough to read, but
yeah, I feel like that happens with every series.
I mean,
like
14 books. What do you expect?
Shut up, Siri.
wow.
No, I can't do the show, guys. I just can't do it.
Hey, that's why it's
to
one of those things where I'm watching the show and then gonna read the book. So hopefully it'll translate well. Because that's the thing. I watched all of, like, for instance, Longmire. Then afterwards, I still wanted Longmire, but there was nothing else, no more show. So I started reading the books, and those characters became, those actors became what I saw on TV, and it's just morphed, and it just expanded the world so much now that I find it super enjoyable. But Game of Thrones was the opposite. I read the books, and it's just like frustrating because they're not doing it justice. They're leaving out characters that I've liked and all that other stuff. So
you don't get me started on Game of Thrones.
I know.
Like, I will physically hurt somebody. Like they eliminated my favorite characters in all the books. Like Theon Greyjoy's uncles are some of the coolest characters. They're like seafaring people.
Yeah.
There's these big battles on the water with his uncles fighting each other. It's some of the best storylines in the book. Oh, the show. Psh, just cut it out.
Yeah.
I hate that show. Now, I don't mind House of Dragons because there's not a big established universe there like there was for the...
It was just one book that, oh my God. So I read the House of Dragons book, and it's all like, this person but was begat by this person. This person was shout out this person and whatnot. It's just like...
My stepson said it's like...
I was like, wait. It felt very much like the Bible in the old days, like the Old Testament, where it's just like, this person begat this person shout out that person. And it's just like, holy, what is going on? Like, I couldn't keep track of which dude actually was losing his mind and which one was like the one we were supposed to root for.
Yeah.
They were all pretty crazy because they're all like incestuous and stuff, like pegging their own sisters and stuff, which was just outrageous. But I don't know. Like, it was very hard to keep track.
Said, like, the first
show was all right.
Yeah. He said the first 100 pages was
I felt like the series wasn't as hardcore in the brother banging sister, cousin, aunt, uncle
Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah, we know it's implied. That's all you needed to say.
There was a questionable scene though when what's his face, Matthew, the guy who was Doctor Who,
Mm-hmm.
his character is there with his niece,
Yeah.
who they end up marrying at one point, but she's like looks like 12 to me,
Right.
and they're outside a bar or a brothel or something.
Yeah.
I was getting real scared.
Yeah. Like,
We were getting
it's
ready
like,
to cross
wait.
into territory. I'm not
Leave that girl out of it.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't need to belong in there.
I was about ready to say, "Oh, we're turning this off."
Right. But that is one thing that I felt they did good with, in sort of implying, not directly showing. So, I mean, we saw enough of that the first go around, but I digress. We have our movies. We have our assignments. Let's go out and watch these movies and have a good old time. We'll miss you, Zombie and Pumaira. Because
So
they're
we'll
apparently not
hold it
coming
down
back.
with Return to Oz.
But yeah, so we're gonna have to sit down and watch these movies, and then we'll record a snippet of what your thoughts are, and then I'll insert it into the show live while I'll just import the video and play it, and then we'll talk about it.
You talking about me?
Yeah, both of us.
Oh, okay.
If I don't,
hey, I'm game. If you can figure out how to do that.
Well, if you present, you can do video file, and I've done that several times. If you just basically record your thoughts, like into your webcam, and then send it to me, I'll be able to use that video file and like import it and play it. But as we're talking about it, that's what I had suggested to do when Pumaira was. It looked like Pumaira was supposed to work tonight, but because she really wanted to talk about these movies, she really liked them. So
I'll watch Damsel again.
Yeah, I would too. I would too, especially with our girls. I think it would be fun. But I digress. I've said that too many times already.
So to speak.
Where's so to speak. Essentially. All right. Here we go.